So we were just simply talking about what? The kind of food that a prophet should have eaten as we prepare the food right before you saw it. So if you are yet to see it, I'm also about to what? Show it to you. That if myself, look, I'm in the very place screen. I'm not a photo just like that. The part you are seeing, that same person is this place. Get ready. It will be. Yes, life. So the people that to do signs, you know what scripture, watch it. That Holy Scripture, the Lord did not actually prescribe a single person or a single thing. Many, so that you want to call it what? Universal died for almost every prophet you ever prayed as in, by having what condition for selecting for them what they have to eat, or when the Spirit itself is directing you as a prophet to know that you eat it and you eat it. Now that rather also for commendation specific, often symbolic, that foods based on the situation and mission for the prophet, for that particular prophet. Now in Ezekiel, the scroll, that in a direct instruction to eat, that the Lord told Ezekiel to eat what? A scroll. What do you mean scroll? So that when I'm scrolling on computer, they call it scroll. You say they say, but the real thing that made the name scroll that they placed here, you didn't know it. So the scroll should look like something like this. So today, do you know what they are saying scroll? So you see that it's a scroll. So what is scroll? Like the Bible, like the books, the things that are written on, and the parchment. That's it. Like to set for the information that you need more than any other thing, so that it is in this order. Having also a food call like that way, to enjoy the part of what? The bitterness than sweetness. That's why I told you those days I couldn't eat anything sweet until I have grown and made the thing become what it is in my kingdom. I couldn't eat it. Those days I can't eat ice cream, I can't eat honey, I can't eat anything that is too sweet, or certain banana I don't eat. I don't eat sweet potato that you want to say it's like sugar. I don't eat it. All those things I don't eat it. I do not eat it. So in a direct as it saw that here he told him that what should be eaten? Scroll which tasted as sweet as honey. So if you know the scroll, the food name after all these things, and the nature of thing that you want to say, how you scrolling, I will show you that in Ezekiel chapter 3 verse 1 to 3, that this represent the consuming and then internalizing what? The Jewish word, which is the same sword, that which contains a message for lament, mourning, and then woe, or the woe. These are the things. And you should know what pain and bitterness it is, all these words. To lament. That how can I do this? When indeed I have to say it. Or I did it first. You have to say I should do it again. These are on lamentation. Yes, to lament it. That's the definition for lament. And mourning, where you have to cry, the part that you have to cry because of the pain or bitterness or the length it is taking you. Then suffering, that also comes from some of the things. Some of them they hold really a kind of curse that you need to work to break before. Now also in what? Ezekiel chapter 4 verse 9, I watch out this. That the bread or the siege bread, that the God instructed Ezekiel to eat what? A specific bread made from wheat, barley, beans, lentils, millet, and then spelled for 90, like 390 days. 390 days, so 390 days. Which is simply, if we should run it, is like in the angelic figure, it will be, you'll see 39. So having this 39 also working, and watch carefully, that it's going to be like 3. The first number is this, like 3 days. But that you see when you calculate 24 hours is indeed 300 many days to divide how many months. So divide it by 12, yeah, divide it by 30 days. Then you have to know the month. So let's do that. You can do that on phone. No, let's do the calculator here, so that you see it also what it's saying. Calculator. We just want to say manifesting nobody. We want to make known to the screen what it is. So let's see what it is. If we have to say, let's run it 28 days. So use 28 because the month calendar is 28. Now 28. So 28. That's barely 4 weeks. That's why the number 4 with the month and week is very nice to tell. Then astral world 28 degrees. Now, what carefully that when we have 28, like 360, no, you have a 390 divided with this number 39. 39, is that what? Oh no, we understand the mass 28. Yeah, even to divide it there. So watch it. So we have 13 good word months. Hey, do you see that? You see that I told you about this number? That we got the answer 4. 4. You see, approximately, you can run it to, you can, okay, it's just 3 point, like, you want to have it like 13.9. It's just like that. But that in real figure is what? 13, which is 4. That's why the suffering 2013 is another huge level. The woe, the lament, and the mourning, all this is for the prophetic. So if you think somebody impart you a prophetic and you go and be taking people's money and be prophesying anyhow, you are a liar. You know why? You may not be lying, but that which you should have gone through to understand why this and that, you didn't do it. Like some of the prophets who are prophesying that the Lord showed them. Yes, the Lord showed them this light. But you don't know that you cannot say a certain word unless you consult. You have to consult other prophetic or a righteousness home. That, do you have any idea what this means? That like the kings in the Bible, even they that live it, they do it. That if you can see my true light, I cannot go through light. The word true means you have corrupted. And I say original light. So if I can be in original light, that's what I can say. And you see that, so that 1 plus 3 is 4. So we have 4, approximately 4. So that when we have 13, 13 is actually showing the total clean month. So that the answer give you 13 months. That's what it is. You see that the answer for what you are searching for that you tell is missing is the 13 answer that we have. That's what is missing, but it's right inside the answer. 28 times what? 28 times 13.9 will give us what? Exactly this day. That's what right here is. Right here. Where is it? The 390. So 390 here. We just did it. You see that we got what? 13 good months. For this gentle day. How? They should live on only this. And then you are telling us that say, hospital say, when you eat it, you fall sick. Let this word rebuke them. And then let it rebuke them up. And move the devil out of it. And throw the one you have to throw away, throw away. You can't be cursing what the Lord has appointed. Look at it. Beans, barley, wheat, millet, spelt for lentil, and spelt for what? So that's a word for spell. You see, that's a word spelt. Spelt for what? 390 days. To symbolize what? The scarcity for food during the coming siege for the true return, or for the original. So you see, when USA is using the 13, the number 13, original 13, is for that which they take mark. So to be in the original. Now also Eliha or Eliah happened to eat what? Bread and meat. Now during the drought, and I was saying, are you not the same person who prophesied? So you don't have to say it as if it's somebody else that is telling him. Now Eliah, the Lord what? The Lord commanded ravens to feed Eliah bread and meat in the morning, like they said, this morning said day and then evening, at the brook Cherith, for what? 1 Kings 17:4. So that will also be what? Another thing. Now the same Eliah, angel provided cake. So he had eaten cake. That when Eliah or Eliah was fleeing, and what? And in despair or in despair, an angel commanded him to arise and eat, providing him with what? A cake baked on hot stones and a jar for water. 1 Kings 19, then verse 5 to 8. So that I have not been given these things, yet we've been able to make it. That I told you. Why my mom they rose from the kingdom royal? That's what I came and perceived happening. So I realized things quickly, and I know what they were doing. And these, they told you this one. When the Chinese eat this, look as you think is a mad person. When the Lord says that's rather the law approved of this eating it. It means very, very well they should have gained certain spirit power that you don't have. Very well, you see this. Now they say, and the John Baptist that also eat what? Locusts, and wild or wild honey. When I told you I couldn't eat honey and those sweet things that sweet potato and those things. I can eat something that tastes less with no sugar. And that the Baptist himself in the wilderness ate a diet for locusts and what? Wild honey. I'm the only one whose wilderness issue is had. That is never given. Nobody fed us. And how I live on that is the single life and the virgin oil that made it. The life. I have not been given that which they claim. You carry your book and Bible. So I'm the only one who have gone to the wilderness that is on a different level. Nobody has ever done it. Yes, because no water, nobody. Because on the level to do what I'm doing before I carry it to the wilderness, you can't stand it. To have live 6 days, or to say 5 days, or to say 4 days, 4 nights, continuously. That is what the thing is, that if indeed I am the one who did it, it's kind of and then you're saying you don't respect my rule. Who are you? If I'm not the one you did your fasting for, or if I'm the one who did the fasting and with my single virgin flesh, and you are sinning, all that you've done to this flesh, oh, you can't stand it. I told you already. You have to know it. That these were considered permissible food under the law, and what at the demon level stated, he is what ascetic lifestyle and total dispense on the God. To prove how it is, how I did mine, you can say you are my portion. If you see a portion of yours in what I did, it doesn't mean you are the one who have returned. You can be with myself as returned, but I want you to show your own flesh. Let's see what the Lord said he created, that we may say. I don't see any of the prophets seeing what they are seeing. I only see the world that is not dead. Human being. Yeah, that's what I know. That if I be in my rest and sleep, I will see only myself. Now, prophetic separation. Look at some of the key takeaway. Now, eat the scroll. So he did these miracle things as you need. That this is what? Is a consistent non-physical instruction in what? In Ezekiel's generation and then Revelation 10:9. And then where the prophets are told, they are told to ingest the word for the God before speaking. That I cannot speak a word without saying something, or I cannot say something without speaking or having a word. That the Spirit would have only influences when I have done this. That is more the reason that I show you the cloud and miracles and things that happen in your life. What about the authority of God? Come out of this place, in the separation of spirit power. But any unclean corruption out of the flesh, by the authority and the decree and the declaration, powerfully commanded and stubborn. Cover it up. There you have it. That the prophetic separation, that it died often highlighted the prophet's separation from society. That when I'm living a life that is alone, different life, you think I'm different, so that you are hating it. You think I'm living a life you are not living. You think we have to live the same way you're doing. I'm telling you, we are not the same. So it's a spirit. So if I'm obeying, then I'm not the same. But if I'm not obeying, like we are the same, you want to say it. But that's what I told you. If I come to the level that what you think you're doing, if I do it, you have to know who will be punished. Because it's my war I've made. You can say that you are the reason the Lord punished us. Who are you to say? I'm a different tribe. I'm a tribe that is different. Yet if it comes to angel, he knows almost everyone. So that he knows who to call and what understanding is in the language. That and the corruption of the times. If I am living alone, separated and on my path, you don't have to bring any old lady to come and be worrying us to say she's probably that person, where we don't see the work that she has done. Where their book or learners are earnest and visionary, they are working. You don't bring somebody to say they are the one quickened by the Spirit, to claim the portion that is for the Lord, to say it's an old lady. What do you mean? What do you mean? That in the book Ezekiel, that they told these people not eating defiled food. That if you cook and I don't eat, you have to know a reason. It is very expensive. But when you cook and I eat, I have to tell why we don't eat and why we eat. That if I am working like this and they're cooking, that I can eat some of them. But not that it's not common that I should eat some of the food. Because I'm a royal. I want to tell you, above all things, I'm the royal. There's nobody on this earth that is a royal. Because they have not welcomed a royal into their home. And I'm also not welcoming them. Because they have no power, they are nothing. They are only keeping culture of somebody. But I'm the one who return the authority. So the authority to myself is not with anybody. They are practicing. But they don't do it wisely. How can I be the person they mentioned? I'm the one who was talking about the things you have never done before. And then they told you what? As Yuan, living in the wilderness. Have you also gone there? I'm the only one who have gone on such expedition in wilderness with no food, no angel met with us. Nobody. That's what I'm telling you. Nobody. No God, no angel. Nothing. It's myself who did it. So it's the most difficult time for you to say that I was fed or somebody gave us. You hear that all those prophets they were saying they have been fed. They have at least something. That is I should be hungry. Am I hungry for somebody or a Muslim or a Christianity or who? Come out, a Muslim and non-cleaners. Come out quickly. Tell my turn back to myself. So that if you don't understand that the disobedience and consequence, that in a cautionary story, a man of the Lord, man of the Lord, was forbidden to eat bread or drink water. As in my home, we made a hospital that the child, 2nd January birth, Sunday. So it was Sunday that did it. I had to be sure that as the hospital said that, they said you shouldn't drink water as a child. So that was the generation we brought it, that nobody drink water, and we made it. So that if I have had somebody go through it, I have also shown the level. Sunday is the only one who can do this. That the male or female is the reason, is the spirit that made it. So that they have a different stomach, different condition. That is the life reserve. That is in my home. And my own sister from another father is this. How the Lord raised another nation is this. You don't know what. We can use somebody else for this understanding. I have it. So that you don't know what it is when the Lord is saying it. That they shouldn't have eaten it. We have made it. So if you fail to do that, so what? That he was forbidden to what? Eating bread or drinking water. And was killed as a lion for disobeying and eating afterward. Being tricked yet by another false prophet. So they may be prophets and yet what the Lord himself is doing, like a prophet who has been taken in custody, what they have prophesied. They saw it, I'm saying. You can see such vision. But for it to happen, I told you, consult. You are not the right person to be saying certain things about heaven or for virgin works. You couldn't be in a position where we play a role by being the obedience and you claiming the papacy of the works. You are not the person. You have to know your level, what you are, especially when you are not born Sunday. You should know what. And this is what they did. And also another false prophet tricked him. You see that the same happening. How many prophecies do I tell you or I have to tell that I have had? Yet all that they are saying is true. As for this one, it worked. So when I'm working and they are saying that's the truth. But that doesn't mean that what the Lord is showing in advance that I will have, that should fail. No, it shouldn't. What I have worked first before they say, that's a confirmation. That, yes, thou will see it well. So that's what the Lord tells and tells his prophet. What do you see? That's how we go on channel with them. Now watch carefully. Right now you have to see, I have to show some of them whilst I'm talking. You see the ones who the Spirit will lead right now as I speak to be doing the work on live. That if you have to go on TikTok, you can say that. Or as we can go on the YouTube. Or we can say, let's see. So you're going to see the result for what I'm doing now. The Lord will put it out there on any of the display units. That's why you have to display it. So that when you have seen it with your eyes, there's a location that is happening. That you cannot say is a lie. That is it. So my name doesn't come with any liar. And the book of God, the Leonard, right here, chapter 1 verse 18, chapter 1 verse 8 to 16. Where what? The Leonard, which you want to say Daniel. I want to say that as you said Dan E-L. That I want to say it, but there's Leonard. That made what? That made a proposal. As for this one, he at the level that the Spirit can tell he himself by himself prescribing that he proposed to eat only vegetable and drink only water, that the people in the kingdom probably thought he was crazy or for eating that kind of food. That you call the white people when they are eating raw fish, those spinach, salad and things, and you say no, you ask for you need a fufu. This is the difference. That's what made it. So you cannot tell me that the Lord and I, we have to live on earth. Look at Jeremiah and all of that. And Revelation 10, 9 to 10, many of this to have it like that. That was like this. And he said to him, Son of man, feed your belly with these scroll that he gave you and fill your stomach with it. You see that? That's instruction. So I have followed the things that cannot lead myself to death. That I have to work on it. This is why we have to help. We got a head. So Oya Edoeleke. Chiane. This in Nkoya language means this is the living. To greet in the evening is only a living that can make it. You couldn't tell me that somebody is better than myself. What are we saying is better than myself? I will show you this place. That I live around this place. That if I have to call for the center of authority, like the table, the center table, what is at the point of authority? That the food we set up on the table is this. That we should have it like this. That's the world. So you are seeing the globe before my world. That when it comes to the city, look at where. So they are showing you. So now on the main map, Sylvester is showing, let's say Accra and myself. Look at it. Look at my name, Sylvester Kwesibekwe, USA. So when they place it well, you have to know where I'm broadcasting from. I'm not the one deceiving you. So this time around, you are seeing it well. That in the world map, you are seeing what? Where Sylvester is. That I'm not the one in the desert somewhere deceiving you to go to any of these places. I'm rather what? At the water base. Look at where we are. How beautiful it is. Close to this. And look at Lomé. All these places I've traveled it. I have traveled it. This place. I have traveled the place and go to Parliament. Let's see, they have Parliament over there like this. Yeah. So I have to show that we had seen this place. You know, all this place, if you don't know what the Lord is saying, how you can, yeah. We have many things to show. Do you know from Lomé, you travel to all these places and all of that? Look, we haven't even seen Parliament. Parliament, that probably will be far. You see that? Oh, look at where it is. Very far away. Look at from Lomé to Parliament, very, very far. Very, very far. It's like, look at this distance. Compare where Parliament, look at Parliament. Very far from Lomé. Look at this side. Driving to this Asigame or the Grand, whatever. To drive from this, the Grand Popo, you say. Also to like Benin, you are seeing all of that. But when you are in this Lomé, look at where Parliament and those things is. Look at it. Do you see where it is? Look at where Parliament is. So is it on my map? We are showing it. Parliament is right here. How I can travel all the distance from this checkpoint and all of this to get to this place and continue to what? This, and you suddenly see that we are in Volta region. That's it. To come through all this level, the making of these works, how are you the one showing the world? So when we see what we are saying, the one who made the world and what it is, you could tell me that you are the one who praised yourself here and to be showing my praise in a different place where they say show the person that they say is the one teaching the world or bringing the news to where it is that people may know him. Then you were saying it's in a different home. So now that you see in the world map, you are seeing where I am and where it is. This is it. This is what we're saying. That you see Accra and look at myself bigger than you are seeing Accra. That's what it should be because that's it. The world itself being around. Look at where it is. To travel, let's say Accra to Lomé. But to look at another thing, look at where it is to Kwalime, very far away. I have to travel all these places. Look at the flight if you should take aeroplane to this level. Flying Accra, Togo, or Accra, that level, where we are, is very far. It's very far. You are looking at it like that. Look, these are many countries. Look at Accra. Look at the size of this country. And compare where it is. And what we're saying. That is it. To look at where Volta is. Here, this level. That you want to say Nkonya around this place. Look at Nkonya. You say it. So that on the world map, you are seeing Nkonya here. You say, once you see the Volta Lake, you see Nkonya right here. Look at it. Look at Nkonya. They will show you. Even colorful. Look. That's the only beautiful place. Look at it. So they are showing you my world and where we are. Let's put it on Accra and see what they will show. Show it and let's see. You see they are showing Achimota. Forest right there is the reason. That's what they are placed as Accra. Look at it. And look at it again. There's a city that you think. And they are showing you gardens. Where the Lord Himself came from. And look at where Nkonya is. This is Ahinkro. On the map, you are seeing Nkonya Ahinkro because my cell phone travel and make all these things properly. Look at Nkonya Ahinkro. That's the Nkonya terrain. Seeing the mountains and gardens and thick forest, all of that right there. You are seeing it, right? That's why we say it's Nkonya. Are you seeing that they are showing rocks and forest? Then you see the mountain, then you see the heaven clouds. You see that, right? Have they shown somebody else? There you watch it. Now, to get to this, and you see Kpando, look at it. You see Kpando, it says, they're going to show that. This Pando. So to have Pando right there. So my channel that show the best. Why I made it possible and connect to the world at large, globally and universe. We made it. And look at, they are calling a place here Asasewa. Look at where they are saying Asasewa. And they are showing somebody, animal, you see. They are showing animal. We won't go there. We are not showing those kind of people. You know, I don't want us to show those things. Let's say Akosombo, look at it. They are showing dam, right? There is it. So when we get to Nkonya show you the best. And look at the kind of Jasikan. You see what is there? What we're talking about, indeed, you have to have it. Look at all the places that you have to travel before you get to Nkonya and Kro. And then Huawei is here. You watch carefully this. Just watch carefully. And these are places they told you can find the best and see myself on the map. This is world map. This is a world map. And you see the water. Are you sure that the map that the white man made is a liar or is true? It's true. Why? We are just close to Accra. Oh no, we are close to the oceans. These are oceans. And the ocean, when you get to what First Junction, you have to see this. So where the map, the white man has been able to cover, that's the truth. Where they have been able to what, cover something, that's it. That's exactly what it is. That when you go to the app space, you have to see different things. When you come to the land level, where there's water, the satellite is showing water. If the satellite was in the water, you don't see water. Like this and land. You only see what you are seeing there. And we got it. So look at that. This is what? The world map. And you have to see my name as big. You see that my name is big. Bigger than all that you claim is country and city. This is the one who made it, the giant one working. And I don't want to call myself giant. And you have to know this so that today they finally have to place it. So that you'll be saying that I'm in a different house. That whatever I need to receive, you are sending it there. Yet nobody has given us. And we also go there and ask, why do you take for something? And you don't give us. And we will tell them we are hungry. There we tell you why the Lord did it. It's this. Until this day. You are seeing such things. You cannot tell me that you are the one sitting behind the system and doing it. So we have had a calculation in the book that the 390 and divided by 28 astral, giving us what 13, which is USA 13 origin. Let's go and look at the 13 origin or original state in US. Let's go look for it. I feel that greatest. Do you see that you have to learn to know so that you won't tell me that I'm the one who made the world something a disservice? I am the one who keep on discovering an archaeologist that you truly can find something. Yes, you have to know it. How I've traveled and making, look at the distance I travel. To that place I'm calling Palime. At Akpami and then Palime. You don't know that, right? How can I be traveling in that terrain? Where have you covered? You ask yourself, where have you covered? So look at, what are the 13 original states in US? What are the 13 original states? So original state in US or America. I'll say America. The original American. So America. So let's watch carefully. At least with this, you see, they are even talking about the 13 colonized original colonies. The colonialism. Come out of my head. Any unclean spirit. Release my out of the dead. So watch carefully. There you will see my names and the people Sylvania. You see it. So I have already Pennsylvania. Look at that. These are the things they say look for. Now watch carefully. Now these are the what? The 13 original states of America, formerly British colonies, are New Hampshire or New Hampshire. How to say that? Then we have the Massachusetts. We have the Rhode Island. So Rhode Island is Rhode Island. We have the Connecticut. We have New York. We have New Jersey. We have Pennsylvania. So my name Sylvester already. When you see the name SYLV, then you see that already. Sly is this. So my country is right there. All these countries, my country, just that for my where my name has been called already again, having it. Then we have the Delaware or Delaware, or I'll have to say the Delaware. So it's Delaware. It's Delaware. Then we have the Marylands. We have the Virginia. You see a virgin again. So these are all my country, my nation, original states. And then what? We have the North Carolina. All these people, they are contact on my cell phone. They are names of people I've met with, having the names. Then we have South Carolina, and we have the Georgia. These colonies declared independence in 1776. That's why my cell phone number, everything. So they are selecting and making things that we have to do away with. And later formed the United States with the first state ratifying. So to ratifying means correcting and fixing things. That the Constitution between 1787, when they went and asked my mom my date of birth, my mom gave them 87. Even though I have many other age, but she knows this. Because I even have that one. And I even have another 86. I have it. But that which I use for my great, I would determine how I came. Best. But she carry what myself, so she also knows. And then there's the male, the engineer, the professor home engineer, he will also tell you when I came. So that's what bring about the side. You that came by yourself, tell us how your journey is. That's why I put it on the 88. And that's what in 1790. Now there or here are listed with the founding date. That Virginia 160, and that is 1607. First English colony is this. That is a virgin. So virgin is the ruler in the U.S. The entire America is virgin. 7th generation, 16. Then the Massachusetts, which is also 1620. You see that my date of birth or my time working from 2015 as a manager in Accra here is this marking this date that you have never finished. Then we have what? Which colony? We have this that New Hampshire, which is what? 1623. Or you can say Hampshire. That New Jersey 1624. Original Dutch. Captured for who? Ex-Angel British. So that's the British English we also speak. The Maryland was 1634. Then you should have known that I've been lifted all this. You have failed all this. I should have been carried year by year. What I've had to say is in this generation. You failed everything. I don't know that you have knowledge, that you didn't know where to apply it. Then we have the Connecticut, which is 1635. When I was 35, where is it? I've been in this country, Ghana, country Accra. I've never traveled all this place. I was in Kenya when I was traveling all the other part, all the other outside the country. We have the Rhode Island, which is Rhode Island, you want to say 1636, just last year. I haven't traveled this country. And then the Delaware or Delaware, 1638, right now. Where is it? Then we were New Jersey. I told you what, the new one. The ashware that is written on new one. 1660, original Dutch, captured again British. Then North Carolina, 1663, and it's like that. And then South Carolina, 1663, again part of the original Carolina. Then watch this carefully. And Pennsylvania or Pennsylvania. So that you want to say pen. And I'm the one telling you I have the quarter dollar and then 1 penny found in Nkoyama home. They are with us in this place. And the quarter dollar, I found it on my way in the dance toward the western part of this Accra where I am. And that is where we talk about what we're saying. And I told, look at the age. If I should have been my name, look at it, 1681. Then Georgia, 1732. last of the 13 is this. If I was 32 years, have I traveled? All these things you fail to know. And you are telling us you are with the Lord. The true Lord, if the creator that you claim is the Lord is not the one who did it, so you fail when you follow him. But the original person came talking about himself. And the things that are happening, you were not watching. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? That you should have known this. Thank you. So thanks myself for my kingdom who made it. Let the liar out. Come out any unclean spirit that is impersonated. Right away I command you. Blow your face out of my face. You are not any part of this city that I am building and healing. That if Trump and co should have known that I'm the reason things should have gone the way. Look, let me show you. When I talk about American Great Success, like few things I listed, it's the same thing they are working on now, every day. It's on my channel. Is that your channel? How do I talk about it? When I've even mentioned it, that you should know. You should know. These are the 13 original states. Where we have from the Bible, the answer that we got from what? Dividing 28 over what? That's 390, right? 390. And we got a 13. And a 0.9, world end, right there. So this is it. To talk about what is happening, you have to know. So looking at very closely where it should be listed right there. That I can be here and I've been here, so I know. I've traveled throughout this country. Look at it. Do you see this place? I've had to live in this country. Live in that place. Live and do things as I have to live in this country here. And this is why. This is why. Look at where they have a reserve. Reserve National. Do what? This is it. What a wow. And we made it. Until, look, even the distance parliament is very far to get to that place. Yeah, to this place. What a world. To travel all this distance again. Till you get to, whatever. And we have to go through the mountain reserve to get through the country again. The immigration, that's the final stage. To get to this country. Before you go through the hole and all of that. Check in. My name is at the place there. You go and check. If they are keeping the record according to what they believe or trusted. If I travel, that you see I have had to go through immigration, everything. All these things that you don't know that we are telling you. So that if I'm not the one, so who did it? The one and only that you did the wrong thing, you don't know it. You don't know what I'm saying. If you have known that, I don't think you would have been what we are saying. To also just agree to doing the things of the Lord or according to the law. So let's get to this. I told you, let's get to what? And the prophetic ayat malatarat vida hatarat paradida marahandrindri creed and umdea. As we get very different language, we in the very different cultural language. So the prophet, the prophetess, according to the Lord, what is law right now? Because you want to know who is hearing and who is ministering. You see that a lady, as in Her Majesty, this from Nigeria. That's a woman. 35 minutes. She started streaming. What time you want to say this? Because I told you the ones who the Lord is leading to do it. Then you are seeing what? Many others. Some of them is because they may be watching before. And look at it. They say what? Life-changing, healing, and you see it? Those who are live, they're the one I'm talking about. And myself on my channel. We are doing it. Let's go on this side a little. And you see what? Women with what? Divining. You see how they stand there beautifully. And then you see what? Prophetess. She's offline right now. But that's it. Prophetess Rose Kelvin. That's in the US, abroad somewhere. You have many, but I'll just talk of what is available or who is available now. How we can get that? So that is my word. There is a fivefold apostolic ministry right here. She's live. So I told you, so that you know. Then there's a shedding angel, you see. Well, you say that right there. She's up there. Those really are the ones quickened at this moment. and they are showing anything. You see on my channel, I told you what I watch. They are subscribing, and all some of them. You see that when we talk, you see the military things that concern world and its champion, defending and guardians and chef.